In July 2023, the journey of 18-year-old Dutch racing driver Delano van Hoff came to a tragic end due to a multi-car crash at Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium. The incident took place during a Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine race under wet conditions. Delano's fatal accident occurred between the Redillon turn and the Kemmel Straight, one of the track's fastest sections, and it was not far from the location where Antoine Hubert lost his life in a similar incident during a Formula 2 race in 2019. Delano van Hoff was born on July 26, 2004 in Dordrecht, Netherlands. His start in motorsport was unusual and different from most racing drivers' stories. Instead of discovering go-karting at a birthday party or receiving one as a gift, a twist of fate placed him in the spotlight by capturing a timely opportunity. He was inspired while watching his stepbrother's karting race at the event. Another driver, who was the son of a friend's father, found himself in tears, hesitant to start the race. He didn't want to begin and exited the kart. He looked at his dad and begged, "Oh, please let me have a go." "I got into the kart and drove the race." Delano recalls that from that pivotal moment, a passion was ignited within him like never before. Delano began his journey in the world of international karting at just 11 years old, showcasing relentless determination and skill. He quickly gained recognition by competing in the renowned Superkarts USA Supernationals, where his passion for racing shone through and his talent became evident. As he ascended through the ranks, he continued to leave a mark, whether driving karts or advancing to higher classes, always demonstrating the drive and focus necessary to excel at the top level. He has often been compared to the legendary Kimi Räikkönen. In 2021, he made his debut in the Formula 4 UAE Championship and went on to clinch the 2021 F4 Spanish Championship with MP Motorsport. According to his friends, family, and fellow racers, Delano was driven by an extraordinary passion for achieving success in motorsport. His talent and commitment did not go unnoticed, leading to his participation in the Formula 3 regional series known as FRECA in 2022, after recovering from a shoulder injury. He secured a third-place finish at the Barcelona event that year, and in 2023 he began his second full season in FRECA. Delano had a solid start to the season, earning points in Ebola and at the Hungaroring during the weekend of July 1, 2023. He was eager to gain even more points in the prestigious Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine at Belgium's Spa-Francorchamps circuit. But unfortunately, fate had other plans for him. Tragedy struck during the race on Saturday afternoon as heavy rain began to pour. The race was underway, but at the top of Radion, at the start of the Kemmel Straight, one of the fastest sections of the track, disaster struck. During the chaotic event, Tim lost control and spun, crashing into the wall. Soon after, a severe accident occurred in the midfield when Delano collided with a barrier, leaving his vehicle sideways on the track. Another driver, Adam Fitzgerald, crashed into Delano's car, resulting in it being torn in half. Despite immediate medical attention, Delano van Hoff was pronounced dead while being transported to a nearby hospital. He was only 18 years old. The Spa-Francorchamps circuit is recognized for its difficult racing conditions, and the tragic accident involving Delano marks the 49th fatality of a driver at this track, the first since Antoine Hubert in 2019. Additionally, there have been 4 officials who lost their lives in various incidents at this circuit over the years. The incident that led to Delano's death could have been prevented. Heavy rainfall created extremely poor visibility, yet the race persisted despite safety concerns, with safety cars only being introduced after minor collisions. The event ultimately turned into a one-lap showdown with cold tires and restricted visibility from the spray on the wet track. Competing among a field of 34 drivers, Delano was in 19th place when he crashed into a barrier, leaving his car sideways on the track. Tragically, Irish driver Adam Fitzgerald then collided with the side of Delano's vehicle, resulting in it being torn in half. Preceding the fatal incident, images highlighted the absurdity of allowing the race to continue under such perilous conditions. On Saturday night, a tweet drew an interesting comparison between the 2021 Belgian Grand Prix and a recent race. The first image showcased Max Verstappen from Red Bull Racing as he navigated through heavy rain behind the safety car, shortly before the race was red flagged due to the dangerous conditions. The second photo depicted the lead car in the 2023 Formula Regional race, with several cars closely trailing behind. However, the intense spray from the downpour made it impossible to see the rest of the field. Aftermath: Nearly 3 hours after the initial red flag, the 2021 Belgian Grand Prix finally resumed. But the ongoing rain forced the cars to follow the safety car for 2 laps, merely to meet the minimum lap count needed for classification points. Unfortunately, race director Michael Massey had to red flag the event once more due to the worsening weather, citing the slippery track and extremely poor visibility as the reasons. This led to questions about why the 2023 Formula Regional race hadn't been called off that fateful Saturday in July. Some pointed out that the conditions on July 1st were reminiscent of the Formula 2 race in August 2019, where French driver Antoine Hubert, a member of Renault's F1 Academy, tragically lost his life at the same spot on the circuit. Team owner Frits van Amersfoort, a seasoned veteran in the field, also weighed in on the situation in motorsports. For years, there have been warnings about the dangers of the corner combination, where cars can reach incredible speeds even in rainy conditions, as was the case last Saturday. If a car gets hit broadside, the chances of survival are minimal. Additionally, cars re-enter the track at high speeds through the tire barriers, making it an incredibly hazardous corner. This latest incident has reignited discussions on racing safety, which have arisen before. For example, the Japanese Grand Prix in 2022 was temporarily halted due to severe weather. Drivers have consistently voiced concerns regarding certain corners at the Spa-Francorchamps circuit. Action must be taken, or we'll be risking serious incidents again in a couple of weeks, not just for us, but for the F2 and F3 drivers as well, who navigate that corner weekly. Current F1 star Lance Stroll pointed out that even under dry conditions, if a driver loses control, it's a blind corner. Hitting the wall can send you back into the middle of the track, and with cars approaching at over 300 kilometers per hour, it's a dire situation. This was emphasized the day after the accident. On July 2nd, just before the Formula 1 Austrian Grand Prix, a minute of silence was held to honor Delano, whose passing has left a significant gap in the racing community. However, Delano's memory will continue to live on in the hearts of those who knew him and the fans who admired his determination and talent. "It's immensely tragic," said two-time Formula 1 world champion Max Verstappen. "While I didn't know him personally, he was an emerging Dutch racing driver who shared the same dreams we all had at that age, aspiring to reach F1. MP Motorsport team manager Sandra Dorsman recalls Delano as a remarkable presence. He always showed confidence behind the wheel. Delano's girlfriend, 17-year-old Katrina, shared a touching tribute on Instagram. "My dear, thank you for everything you've done for me and for introducing me to your world. You truly were the best boyfriend, best friend, and inspiration. I'm thankful that my last words to you on the grid were, 'I love you,' and I cherish that you kept your promise to love me until the end. Farewell, my beautiful man. I will see you in the next life, my angel. I want to be a champion."